All right, you guys, it's time for the flood coat. So we wanted to go right from the get-go. We didn't want to have anything even done yet. We wanted to show you all completely right from the beginning. We're going to try to make this as quick as possible, but definitely some great information in here. And again, big shout out to Max, man. Congratulations on your first piece. It looked absolutely amazing. Let's get right into it. All we need on our flood coat is 24 ounces here. We're using smaller containers, and just like we had told you yesterday, we transfer, because it's such a big container here that I'm pouring out of, we transfer this into a smaller container. That way we have no problems. Okay, and I always, just because you get to doing everything and you can, accidentally forget which is which, I keep part B here and then I put what I just poured in part B. Because we actually did that a few years back. We got distracted, we had them both sitting here and we couldn't remember which one was which. So it matters because in our case, our resin, we dump part B in first, then part A. That is precisely for our resin. Yours might be the opposite, so we always tell everybody just to look at your container, whatever resin you are using, and do what the manufacturer suggests to do. So I'm going ahead here. Both of these cups, I'm overshooting the 12-ounce mark. I'm going about halfway here in between the 12 and the 16. That way I have, I won't run out when I'm down to the nitty-gritty trying to do this on a digital scale. So go ahead and show them there, Tom. There's the 12, so we're obviously plenty of room above, and the same over here. There you go. Same over here as well. There's my 12, so we're plenty above that. Now that we have these sitting here, I'm going to turn my digital scale on. It always reads 0. We put the cup on here. 1.35, hit the tare button. Now we're back to 0, and then we always like to double check. See, we're negative 1.35. So we know everything's good. We go with part B first, which is our hardener, and then we'll pour in part A. And this time we forgot to show you in the seal coat the clarity. It was crystal clear. We'll make sure to show you before we add in the pigment for the flood coat. So here we go. Part B in first. Again, I'm not really watching the cup. I'm more so watching the scale. And we're going to get this in here a little bit quicker this time. And as I get close, I'll back up and let it creep right on up. So we need to be at 12. As close to 12 as we can get. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and slow down because I'm going to let that resin catch up there. Even though I quit, it's still the volume, everything's settling. Now here's where I'm going to just creep it on over. And again, if you have any problems, you want it to happen in cup 1 and then just duplicate it on cup 2. Even if you got to slow down to a baby little drip, it's better than offshooting your measurements here. So we're going to let this creep right on over. Speed that up just a little bit. Let's see if we can get into the 90s here before I slow way down. Yeah, see it just rapidly, so fast. Okay, there we go. Now, already we're at 96. Okay. So now here's just where you want to really just let, you don't want too much going in here. There we go. There's 98. And as you can see, I've got a little stream here. It takes so long to 99. And I'm going to let that little drip go in as soon as you hit 12. Oh, that last little drip, Tom, there we go, right there, bing. Okay, just like that. Right on the dime, we're going to do this one the same way. Here we go. So now we need to be at 24. So again, we're gonna let this flow on in here. We'll get up close. There we go. Now see how I backed that off there. Now, see that? 24.01, okay, 1. No big deal. We are just fine. That is no problem at all. Anything, you know, anything on another, if we would have gotten, you know, something crazy, you know, almost a whole entire number over, anything like that, it would have been no good. We went over 0.02, no big deal at all. This is going to turn out just fine. But you know, the smaller you go, you really want that to be as dead on as possible. So we're going to save a little video time, and we're going to bring you right back in. I want to show you before we put in the pigment. I want to show you the clarity down in the cup. Take a good look right now. See, you can't see to the bottom of the stick. It's very cloudy. We're going to cut this off, and we're going to bring you right in at the 3-minute mark here where we got to add our pigment, and we'll show you what's going on. All right, so look, take a good look. Look at the stick now. See, despite all the bubbles, because it is tabletop resin, you can see all the way down in there, all the way to the bottom of the stick, everything. So we know we got a good mix ratio here. And now what we're going to do, so I'm going to let that sit there just for a second. And I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon. And another 1/4 teaspoon. That's about all we need. Once I get that going, then I'm gonna move over here to the side. Keep stirring, and then immediately I'm gonna continue to kind of get it right off that sidewall there. Got a minute left?
A minute left.
Okay. So before we close this video out, let me show you with the temperature gun where we're at. Check it out. See, 79, 78.8. We are right there. So about another close to a minute. Be right about 82 pouring out, and go ahead and take them out with this, Tom. Show them. See, remember all these little divots, little places here in the top, little scratch marks, all that's going to fill in. And we did re-level this top, just so you know, so everything is level, ready to go. So be sure and tune in to the next one, and we'll pour this out and get on with our flood coat.